Happy Monday, happy tier list time, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing videos every single day on crypto gaming. Smack the subscribe button if you're having a good time like I am. Rather than ranking these games from best to worst like we would normally do, something I did recently that a lot of you enjoyed was ranking them based on their genre. So that's what we're gonna do today. We got RPGs, we got casual games, shooters, sport, adventure, card games, metaverses, and MMORPGs. And we're gonna kick things off with Sparkball, which is a sports game. And this is a good explanation of what Sparkball is. What if MOBA met football? That sounds interesting. And they have also won Best Sports Game of the Year in the Game 3 Awards. But what does Sparkball actually look like? Let's check it out. It's definitely a sports game, but at the same time, you have a PvP, so it is also a MOBA. A MOBA being a multiplayer online battle arena where you battle in an arena against other players, so it's very much PvP. But at the same time, you have goals, and your goal is to score those goals. And when I say goals, I don't mean as in ambitions and something that you want to go to in your life. I mean as in a rectangle on the map that you shoot a ball into. And this is how you score. I think it's a genius concept. We got another sports game on the list, so let's kick things off with sports games might as well. We got Super Champs Racket Rampage, which is another sports game. So you play tennis inside of this game. They are doing a play to airdrop campaign, and you can fully expect to play this game on your phone. I mean, you already can, and also join their play to airdrop. Their token was doing pretty good last time I checked, and if you participated in the season 1, you can claim your champ tokens right here. This is where the rewards are. You would play quests, earn points, and compete in any of their 2 games. So right now we featured Racket Rampage because it is a sports game. Next one on the list, we're gonna do the 2 metaverses. We got the Decentraland and the Sandbox. So we're doing the OG metaverses in this one. We're gonna do this 2 games at a time because we don't have too much time and we have a lot to cover. Obviously, the Sandbox being one of the best sort of mix between play to earn and play to airdrop we have on the market at the moment, where you can compete for ethos points and climb up the leaderboard, but then also at the same time, as you're climbing up the leaderboard, you have a battle pass where each time you level up, you earn some sand tokens, and sand is absolutely killing it right now in the marketplace. At the same time, we have Decentraland, which is a browser metaverse, and it's one of the first metaverses out there where you can buy land plots and have NFT gear and NFT skins and all that funky stuff. Now, as far as airdrops are concerned, I'm not sure they're hosting any at the moment. The game itself is, well, they're a better game, let's just say it like that. But at the same time, it's not bad. The one thing that's really good in Decentraland is the poker. So they have amazing poker. They have great system for it. They run on the Mana blockchain, Mana token rather, not the Mana blockchain. And participating in these sort of gambling events makes sense in the metaverse, but I wouldn't recommend gambling in any form, in any verse, not even in the real life verse. That being said, for TCG, we have only one, the only, Gods Unchained. Of course, we could have added Splinterlands. We could have added Parallel, which is another very good TCG game, but Gods Unchained being my favorite. And for some reason, everybody thinks Gods Unchained is sponsoring me. I do this for the love of doing it. I love games and I love crypto, but at the same time, I see the potential in this industry. I see the potential for the next 5 to 10 years where this industry may go and hopefully will go. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and Gods Unchained is my absolute favorite trading card game we have in crypto at the moment. Next on the list, we have an adventure game, EOS Gold. This may be a new one that you didn't hear about before. So this game you can play on your phone, but here's also the thing. Until the 9th of December, a beta test is going on with 33,000 USDC in rewards and then 100,000 worth of in-game items as well. So a nice little airdrop event going on here. If you like the OG Mir 4 from 2021, you're gonna enjoy this one. So it's not just an adventure game, it's really an MMORPG, but I didn't want to put too many MMORPGs in one spot, so we're gonna call this adventure because it is an adventure game after all. And if you're a fan at all of this style of game, of this style of MMORPG, if you're a mobile gamer, you can go ahead and give it a shot. The next adventure game on the list is gonna be Lumitera. There's no introduction needed for Lumitera, but what is needed is a whitelist. So your wallet needs to be whitelisted still in order for you to access and play the game. That's not something we like. We want to see Lumitera launching fully, being live, and everybody being able to participate in it. For now, a lot of people from the Mindblow community have played it. I have given away over 100 whitelist spots so far, but that's still not enough. More people want to join, so until it it goes fully live, that's gonna be very much a bummer, but it is live right now, and it will be live for a little bit more until the 11th of December is when the CBT2, the closed beta test 2, ends. Hopefully there is no CBT3 and they just go straight into the public launch. Also gonna use this opportunity to give a shout out to Utherverse, which is a good friend of the channel. It's a project we like, and the team building this game has been working on metaverses since 2004, so way before metaverse was even a thing, and they have been working on metaverses ever since. Utherverse is now in the public beta, so anyone can join, and the idea of a metaverse like this, it's different than what you would expect. So it's like an extension of the internet itself, combining the flat web pages that we see when we normally browse the internet with virtual worlds, with VR, and with AI agents. An extension of this is the Xeon browser, which works like a regular old browser. You can browse the normal web pages, but you can also browse different metaverses and jump from metaverse to metaverse like you would jump from one link to the next link. All this runs on the UTHX token, which is their token native to the Solana blockchain and currently tradable on the Jupiter DEX. And currently looking at the charts, it's up 60% for the year, so 60% since its release. It's a relatively new token that's not been up even for a few months at this point. And even if we look at the monthly chart, it's up. If we look at the weekly chart, it's up. If we look at the daily chart, it's even up for the day. One person says they're bearish, another person says they're bullish. So the sentiment is there as with every token, but looking at the overall market sentiment, it's 90% bullish, 10% bearish, as the whole market is going up at a $10 million FDV, fully diluted value, and 21 million tokens in the total supply only. This could potentially be a winner. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. We're just observing and reporting. So it's a complex topic, but I hope I explained it correctly. And if any of this sounds interesting to you, all the links will be in the description down below where you can learn more about it. So what are we putting in the MMO category? Well, for one, we're gonna put Decimated in there. One of the most beautiful looking games that's also still in the early access phases, but I do have access to it, and anyone can get access to it. You join their Discord and they will most likely give you access to try it out. Right now, you do need a very powerful PC to run this game, and even later on, if you want to run it on maxed out settings, you will need a very, very powerful PC. It's a fully open world, and it's an MMO at the same time, but it's also a survival game, and in a way, I guess an extraction game, so sort of similar to DayZ, if you will. You can play as humans, you can play as robots, and you can battle each other, or you can be friends, you can finish quests, earn some Dio tokens. Decimated is absolutely great. Well, Dio is live right now, the token is live, but the earnings are not live until the game launches for obvious reasons. And of course, we have Raven Quest as the second MMO on this tier list. I'm actually working on a dedicated video for Raven Quest because on the 5th of December, they are going live with their new season and their new airdrop of 11 million tokens. And they have also won something on the Games GG Awards, which is the Adventure Game of the Year. Yet, I didn't feature it in the Adventure section, I featured it in MMO. Many of these games are kind of multi-genre, really. So phase 3 of Raven Quest is going to launch very, very soon. And apart from this, you can also follow Raven Quest on Immutable to get exclusive gems alpha. What does that even mean, Immutable? Exclusive gems alpha? That means nothing. That means nothing to me. Oh, but I do love these graphics, man. Look at this. How it's tilting in the wind, swaying a little bit, pointing the sword at the dragon as if you're gonna attack the dragon. You're just gonna leave it be. You're like, oh, look, it's a dragon. Yep, I'm out of here. That's what happened there. And the game itself is a 2D kind of top-down perspective MMORPG. Absolutely glorious. Anyone who played this game knows that they have really done a fantastic job with it. And on top of this, their airdrop campaigns, they don't last too long. We don't like long-lasting airdrop campaigns anymore. We want them to be a week, 2 weeks tops, and that's it. And finished. On to the next one. Or otherwise, you can do it like the Sandbox. If you want to have a long airdrop campaign, no problem. But the way the Sandbox does it is also the same way Axie does it, and it's the best way to do it, in my opinion. It's a mix of play to earn and play to airdrop, where you have to do certain things in order to get the airdrop, but then you can claim the airdrop immediately. So absolutely awesome. Axie does something similar, but they have leaderboard style. But that's besides the point, because we have Soul Arena, which is a casual game. And I hope I picked the right avatar here. I think this is the logo, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, this is their logo. So what's Soul Arena? Well, have you ever heard of Slither.io? Well, it's that, but crypto on Solana. Let's play a game. I'm gonna do Bitcoin, and I'm gonna enter the arena. It's a browser game, super easy to play, super easy to start playing. And this is it. This is exactly what it is. You're gonna grow your little snake, trying not to get eliminated yourself. You can devour smaller snakes, but also bigger snakes can devour you. I'm gonna try I represent Bitcoin in this one, and let's see what happens. Oh, this guy is big. Okay. I didn't expect that. Anyway, that's Sol Arena. You can also play it on the Phantom mobile app, so that's very cool. And this is the beta, which is live right now. Currently, they're like the backwoods. There's a sort of hint that there may be an airdrop later on down the road, but nothing concrete quite yet as to what exactly the rewards are gonna be. Next casual game on the list is a Veggies Farm. Edgy Veggies Veggies Farm. People earn GM Gem playing Veggies Farm NFT game. You can play casual games for free. Have you ever thought that you would be doing something wrong? It's time to join the farmers all around the world. Well, I like that it's free to play. What I don't like is the way they're running the Twitter. Maybe they don't have too much time for it, but it's sort of like very generic, which is a shame because it's a free to play casual game and people love that. It has a catchy name. They can do some cool memes with this as well. And they've been on it for 3+ years, you know, followed by Tokenized 360. Always nice to see. 1.5 years live, more than 16,000 Matic already paid out. That's what, $16,000? $168 people are online currently, and there's also payouts in GM Gem and in Matic, of course, in Paul. Actually, they're Paul now. You should change this. So can you earn a lot in Veggies Farm? Not really. Is there a big competition for earning in Veggies Farm? Also not really. Is it hard to play? Not at all. Is it a casual game? Yes, it is. Finally, we got a yes answer. But it's not just this sort of Candy Crush sort of thing. There's also the farming portion when you have the sort of 2D perspective and you do farm veggies. It's not just Candy Crush. So you build some facilities for your farm, but then you farm the veggies by doing the Candy Crush. So very casual game. And why not? Might as well give them a follow. Why not? Moving on to the shooter games, we got Shrapnel and we got Off the Grid. Off the Grid, a game that needs no introduction whatsoever. Recently launched the streaming option on NVIDIA GeForce Now, meaning that you can also play it on your mobile devices or on any device really that has an internet connection. You can now play Off the Grid through GeForce Now. But in order for the game to run smoothly for you, because you're streaming the gameplay, you need a very fast internet connection. So if you don't have at least 50 MB, you're not going to be able to play it all. And then if you don't have at least 100 connection, then you're not going to play smoothly. Anyway, it's recommended to play on your own internet, on your own PC always, but there are performance issues with Off the Grid. We're looking forward to the mainnet launch. We're looking forward to the Gunzilla blockchain launch and the Guns token launch and see what happens with Off the Grid. And then, of course, we have Shrapnel doing the Shrappy holidays right now. Shrappy holidays, everybody. We're in December and it's all Shrappy. Being a first-person shooter and one of the best ones in the crypto space at the moment. I'm having a blast with Shrapnel. I wish it was live all the time, but obviously they're working on the game still. If we go a little bit back here, you can see that there's textures missing on these trees. So not everything even has a texture yet. The game is very, very, very early alpha at the moment, but anyone can play when they have the STX campaigns and also during their Shrappy holiday campaigns. So Shrappy holidays is a wrap. It ended on November 25th, and we're waiting for the next STX to start. They follow me. Well, that's nice. Nice of you, Shrapnel, to follow the Inspector. Good for you for following the Inspector. And finally, guys, we have Calamity and we have Synergy Land, or the other way around. This is Calamity and then the second one is Synergy Land. They have also just finished one of their playtests, and if you've been watching my videos closely recently, you would have known about this because we have been talking about it. It ended on November 24th, and it was a very brief, short campaign, sort of just a playtest to kind of stress test their servers a little bit and give out some rewards to the players. So people got rewarded a little bit. People also experienced the game, and then the developers, you know, they got to stress test their servers a little bit, stress test their game, get some feedback early on, all very important. And we're waiting for the next actual airdrop or whatever they decide to do next. I'm hoping a sort of leaderboard style play to earn / airdrop where we can grind for a week but then claim our rewards at the end of the week. So that's a very good way to do it, and in my opinion, this is where we're going right now, a mix of play to airdrop and earn. And of course, we have Calamity with an airdrop campaign going on right now. Both of these games are on Treasure DAO, by the way. And of course, Calamity looking really cool. Another 2D sort of pixelated RPG game, and we are fans of this kind of genre on the channel. I know that a lot of you watching love to play these sort of games. For me personally, I prefer games that look realistic, like Off the Grid, and have amazing AAA graphics. But then also sometimes I like to get into the nostalgic vibe. You know, I like to get into games like this that remind me of how gaming used to be and how indie games are even today. So some indie games can be really, really fun to play, and in my opinion, Calamity is one of them that it nails that indie nostalgic vibe that you're just craving sometimes. This is our list. I want to take a screenshot here for safekeeping. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time. I'm leaving. Please subscribe.